By the way, John, you're doing this? The bass? You're playing the bass?
Right?
It's not a bass keyboard.
Of course it is.
Welcome to the Ron Ross Radio Show podcast, Tuesday, October 10th, just after 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific. I'm Ron. He's John Yaglenski, who is the executive producer and basically the guru to put this whole thing on. And we thank you so much for hanging out with us. The reason John played the Seinfeld theme song is I got a compliment, I think.
Oh, no. Don't ruin my morning.
No, it was somebody who said, I like your podcast.
Oh, here we go. Here comes
I like
comma.
your podcast.
Yeah.
It's like Seinfeld. It's about nothing.
Oh, that's a compliment. I'll take that.
All right. Okay, good. I will take that.
I will absolutely.
Wait a minute. I put together an agenda of stuff to talk about, and then apparently it's just nothing.
Well, it quickly wildly falls off the rails just about every show.
Yeah.
So
right.
that's
Well,
what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But
Yes, I digress. But I thought that was interesting. I mean, I listened to it and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I guess I get that. Yeah. Nothing. So here's next on the nothing agenda. Oh, by the way, I've got my heart monitor. So I had to go. Yes.
Are you getting
heart
sexy
monitor?
on us, You're getting sexy.
See that?
On
Did you
us?
catch that?
Oh, look at that.
With my earth tone. My
ladies.
hey, look, I got my flannel. This is my autumn color flannel shirt is out because the temperature has changed. It's hit us up north. I don't know if it's hit you, but or mid-Atlantic rather, in the Maryland area. So
it's hit us.
Peak foliage is going to be the 26th. I was just reading about this yesterday in Maryland, in the land of Mary. And I'm ready for that. Greatest Wife Ever and I last year went out for a drive, and we just had the camera out and just took pictures of all the fall colors. It was fantastic. It was great. And a lot of them are still just sitting on my phone. I posted some. I've got a bunch. There are so many photos on this. It's incredible. I got to go through and like clear it off because there's a picture of my insurance card because my doctor wanted me to send it. I'm like,
yeah,
I should probably
you need to delete.
I should probably delete that and my driver's license on my phone. Don't hack my phone. Oh, wait a minute. Jennifer,
hold the phone. What is going on here?
Jennifer Skanov, Skanov. I said, Ron, you were in my dream last night. We were at a dog park and you had a tiny white dog. Well, there you go. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Thank you. By the way, you can comment live as we're doing this. Oh, we need to take care of some business, John. Man,
yeah,
I'm already
swerving off
the path. I was trying to go down one thing. Okay.
All right.
So a little bit earlier last week, I think we had a comment of like, hey, where are the audio versions of the podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and that's John. John got busy. John's got a life. John's got a wife. John's got a job. He's got ish to do. So he hadn't gotten to the point where he was able to put them up where you can find your favorite podcasts on Odyssey, and you can find them on iHeart, and you can find it on Apple.
What's Odyssey?
The Odyssey, AUDACY.
Is that Odyssey or is that Audacity?
I always called it Odyssey.
I don't know. Anyway, just thought I'd ask.
I
thought we were making a reference to the Odyssey gaming system when we were kids.
Odyssey.
You know, like Atari, Odyssey,
ColecoVision. Like audio,
okay.
Odyssey. It's a radio company.
I'm clear now.
Okay, clear. And so now they're up. So all of the podcasts are up, and you can enjoy them. You can also obviously watch us on Facebook and on YouTube live on Tuesdays. For the time being, we're going to have some programming notes a little bit later on, which we will tell you about. Because again, John has a life, and and I do as well.
You do too.
So we're gonna have to. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, programming notes.
Please. And you can always call us. By the way, leave a message. We'd love to hear from you. We've had one so far, I believe.
Yeah, somebody call us. We're feeling lonely.
240-415-9090, 240-415-9090. And okay, I think that's all the business for the podcast.
No, okay. Share now to your socials.
Oh yeah,
right now.
That's right.
Just grab that share button, tap on it, and say this is a great show. Listen to it. And
I am still getting to this day, and it's been over 6 months since I've been off of Sirius XM. 7 months now, and I'm still to this day getting emails and still getting comments on the page as where are you, what happened, and and obviously they're not going to know what the story is. It would be egotistical for me to assume that everybody did know the story, because it was very stealth and very quick, and poof, I was gone. So I've got to.
Why am I picturing like the Peanuts thing in the spelling bee where all of a sudden it just like the head pops off?
That's pretty much what happened. But every time I tell people, like I was talking with somebody on Saturday at the Heritage Festival, the sound guys, and the sound guy Chris, who was working on the soundboard, and that's where the microphone was for me to be the PA announcer for the parade and all that stuff. And he's like, and I'm like, oh, I guess he wouldn't know. Why would he know? Right. So I told him, and I keep putting into perspective, it was 475 people lost their jobs. And I was just one of them, got caught in the net. But my point is that I think a lot of people who used to enjoy hanging out with us on the Pulse Morning Show or the Ron Ross Morning Show on the Pulse, they haven't found us.
Yep.
So we got to get the word out. I got to try to find them, and they might enjoy it. They might go, no, I like the music. So, which
goes back to that sharing thing. People need to share.
I get that as well. No, if you could share, if you could kindly share and let us know, that would be great. We are growing. New people find us on the Facebook all the time. All right, there. I'm done trying to recruit listeners.
There you go. That's all right. I always do it.
All right, so the Middletown Heritage Festival was a big street festival, was on Saturday, and it was had been postponed 2 weeks because Ophelia had blown through the area where we are in central Maryland, and so it was on Saturday, and of course it's gorgeous all week, gorgeous, not a cloud in the sky, beautiful azure blue skies all week, temperatures in the low 70s, no humidity. It's perfect. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday night, here comes in. Friday night comes in, and here comes the storm. All right.
Yeah.
And so it was chance of rain, so on and so forth. And they say, look, 30% chance of rain. I'm like, okay, I like those odds. I mean, 70% chance, it's not going to happen. Guess what? It did. So it was raining. Everybody was setting up, all the vendors, craft people, and all that stuff. The food vendors are all setting up in the rain. And this was the year. Usually we rent these golf carts, or we have them donated, so you can zip up and down the festival area, because it's a good long bit. We close the street, right? Mm-hmm. And this year we didn't get them, so Greta Soif Ever and I had to walk the whole thing. So
wow.
It rained during the parade somewhat, but the people were still in the parade, and we still had a great time. And there was a crowd that came out, not as much as it has been in the past. And other people had commitments, so the parade wasn't as big. But my point is that people came out, supported it. It was a great time. The band's on stage. It cleared up after the parade. Of course it did, after everybody was walking. And it cleared up in time we had our first band on stage, which was a lot of fun. They were playing classic country, like classic country. Going back, here's not George Strait. What's his name? Oh,
what am I saying? We
never
both
mind.
said it. Never mind.
Yeah, I know. No, but
Clearly our knowledge of classic country is not there.
No, I do have a little bit. I have a tiny bit, like Hank Snow and all of that. Okay. Anyway,
All right.
so that was fun, and there was a classic rock band and so on. So I decided, okay, to I was going to get a little bit to eat from each of the food vendors because I was there to help them set up and give them their space. And here you're going to set up here. And what do you have? Italian sausage. All right, I'm visiting you. And da da da. And a volunteer fire company was there, and it was the first time serving food. And I'm like, I'm coming to you. And the church had soup. I'm like, nobody else has soup. I'm coming to you. So that's what I did. I started with I did a food tour all day. I did a Firehouse burger, which is a cheeseburger with fried country ham on top.
That's almost like the double R bar burger that Roy Rogers used.
Roy Rogers, and yet way better because it's country. It's country ham.
Country,
okay,
thick sliced,
country. Huh?
Thick sliced.
It's sliced country ham on. Yeah. Oh god,
right.
So good. Had that. Then I waited a little bit. Then I went, and it was kind of chilly, so I went and got some chicken corn chowder. Went and got some soup.
All right. Chicken corn chowder. Where is the crab chowder? This is Maryland, right?
Yeah, I know. No, they didn't make that. But that place was packed. This was the church, right, in the basement, and everybody was there because it was indoors, and it was a little chilly. There was a nip. It was blowing through. Cold front was blowing through. So then I got the chicken corn chowder, and that was the thing. Everybody's looking at me like, "Where'd you get the soup? Where'd you get the soup?" But you got to go down there and make a left, and then But man, and I polished that off. All right. Then I waited a little bit. Then I decided, okay, it's time for my Italian sausage. So go get the Italian sausage.
No wonder you have that heart monitor on.
The guy breaks off. No, I didn't have the heart monitor yet.
Oh, geez.
I just got this yesterday.
Okay.
He breaks off a piece like this. And it's piled, and I'm like, so that was a good hour to eat that. I mean, it was like bite, and then set it down. Bite, set it down. All right. And then I decided, okay, let's go get some. I need something to, cool the palate a little bit. So I went and got some ice. The flavored ice, the shaved ice, and and lemon lime. Right, had one of those. It was very good, very delicious, refreshing. Then I went over to the Greek place to get. I was going to get.
You did.
I did.
Because why wouldn't you?
They're one of my favorites. Well, these were the main food vendors, and I went and got the. They had a vegetarian wrap left. They had a pita with tzatziki and vegetarians. I'm like, oh, okay, healthy. And feta cheese. So I ate that. I did the food tour of all the, as you could tell, with the 17 chins. And then, but again, remember, there was no golf cart. So at the end of the day, as I'm walking through, I think we went over to the restaurant across the street, the Main Cup, to kind of as our little postmortem, just sit there with the we were drinking, and it was and sure enough, my little fitness watch here, my Fitbit went off 15,000 steps.
That's good.
That was good. I thought 15,000 steps. I should do this every day.
So maybe you worked off half of that.
It was
sausage.
A little bit of a no. It wasn't a wash. I thought it was a wash. I thought it was completely even Stevened out.
I think you're wishful thinking on that one.
But I think I was completely healthy about that.
No, that might be about a third of that smokehouse burger.
It wasn't a big burger. It wasn't a big steak.
Right.
It wasn't like that big.
There's no calories in that thing.
Oh man, that was a good day.
It is anytime. And you know what? You mentioned something that's funny about the food and everybody wanting to know where you got the soup, because if it's like raining suddenly and a little bit chill, little nip in the air, suddenly soup is in demand.
Well, the wind came whipping through because a cold front was coming in, and the wind was whipping through, and it was blowing the canopies over. So gradually, once the sun came out, people just took their canopies down because it was blowing everything everywhere. Poor daughter, the elder, she had a setup because she was selling succulents. I'm not a big fan of that word, but I like
No,
what they are.
it's a little weird.
I like what they are, though,
Yeah.
the little cacti and so on. And they're in really cool displays, and it's really nice. It's a really nice business. Just the word just kind of makes me go, bleh. But anyway, two tents blew over, a
Oh,
shelf blew over. I had to go help her out and reset it up, and they had to bring weights and things. It was just a thing. It was because there were gusty winds. Anyway,
yeah.
so it got pulled off. The greatest wife ever pulled the whole thing off. And I won't say without a hitch, but on Sunday, it was lay on the couch and watch football all day.
Just chill out.
It just hang out. And then we got our grandson. We watched him for a little while because it was great. It was Daughter of the Elders and the son-in-law's first anniversary.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
Happy anniversary to them.
yes, so they chilled out and they went out and had a little dinner, and we we had the grandson GS1, but we were just kind of sitting around. And we made a haunted house. And we a chocolate cookie
GS1. Okay, I just got that.
Yeah.
It took me That's funny. Well, you got to do something, Ron, because as Stephanie says, your Orioles need to get their ish together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
know what? Okay, look. Very, very quickly. I used to live and die by the Ravens, and it would upset me, and if they lost, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And they played the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday, and I'm just going to briefly.
That's a huge rivalry, by the way, for those who aren't aware.
Right, and they were ahead most of the game, but the dropped passes. Anyway, they lost the game, and Pittsburgh won. And I shut it off, and I decided, okay, well, that's it.
Moving on.
They're not thinking about me, so I'm not going to think about them. I moved on with my day. And because we had there's more important stuff going on than watching a football game.
You think?
I watched it while it was happening. Well, right. I used to do that, and then my younger brother did it as well. And he's like, you know what, I'm done doing this. My wife wants to go out and do something. We're going to go out and do something. So that's right. And I wasn't. I might pull up the app. I have the app and check the score, but that's about it.
Yeah, go out, cleanse the palate.
Yeah,
as it were.
I just can't. I can't live and die by it anymore. It's too much of an emotional roller coaster.
It is. It's just been a little bit of tough. At least, I mean, watching the O's to lose to at home after having such an amazing season and getting to that point, and now they've dug themselves a hole, which is tough to go into another ballpark. And not to turn this into sports talk, but
sports talk. Well, that was the thing with the Ravens. Is my dad. And the greatest wife ever accuses me of this, and I think she's exactly right. We do the negative cheering, and that is if something good happens, if there's a touchdown with the Ravens, you're like, okay, cool. But if the Steelers, that was a good. Of course, he was open. Why was he open? Tackle him. Those are the big cheers that I have.
Oh my!
Usually it's like nobody's open. Pockets collapsing. Where's the front line?
Yeah.
And my dad and I are texting back and forth. It's like, of course. Holy, shnikes.
Well, that's what you do. You text your complaints back and forth with your friends.
Oh, absolutely. With
also watching the game.
That's my dad and I. That's our main source of.
That's how you stay connected.
Right.
Talking bad about your favorite sports team.
All right, so John, you brought up something a little bit earlier. You and I were talking a little bit earlier about how you fixed the audio, and without getting too techie about it, you have now. And I was complaining about how, for just some reason, the remote, the universal remote that I have for my cable and all of that, it won't turn on my amp anymore. So it used to. It controls the volume. It turns it up, turns it down, won't turn it on, won't turn it off. So it's you sit down, turn the TV, and look, I understand that these are tiny, tiny little problems in the world.
But
I get it. It's just one of those little annoying things where you sit down and you turn it on and like, I didn't
but
turn
it's
the
your
amp
main
on.
source of entertainment. So like
Right.
when something
Yeah.
goes wrong with it and it's not operating properly, it tends
Yeah.
to frustrate you. And not only that, because I'm sure like in your household, you're kind of a little bit the tech guy. You're the guy who worked in radio, you're expected to have some sort of generic knowledge about electronics and such. And then
Connecting this and I solved a problem
right,
before we got on the
right.
air of
You
the
know how
little
to hook up
noise.
the speakers,
Yeah.
and
I
with
do.
input, output,
I do, right?
cables, and yeah. So it becomes very frustrating when stuff doesn't work. And all I was telling Ron in the pre-show is that for 2 years, I completely fought my stereo system downstairs, and just things just never worked the way they were supposed to work. Like Ron was saying, you'd turn it off, and then 3 seconds later, everything would turn back on again. And like I'm trying to go to bed, off, bloop, comes back on.
Everything's
Yeah.
back on.
Or the sound would go out, or I just so many things. And so, you know what? I just finally gave in the other day, and I went on Amazon and said, you know what? It's time. It's time. I'm gonna get an 8K receiver, and
Wow. Okay.
yeah, instead of 4K, 8K. I don't know. It's
I
built.
got
It's future proof, right?
Okay.
No one will
Got
ever
it.
need anything more than 8K, I'm sure.
Okay.
But anyway, went and got that, hooked it up, and guess what? Everything just works. Like I've fought for this for 2 years. I've been struggling,
Right.
like, trying to make this work.
I understand.
And it was a Sony 2. I'm just saying.
Oh,
The same
yeah,
thing
'cause
that you're
mine's a
having a problem with.
mine's a Sony as well, yeah.
Sony.
We had that issue. It was like that with our front door. We had a front door that just became janky over the years. It's been a long, long time. And so we finally, greatest wife ever, and I, we were like, that's it. We got to get a new door.
Yep.
And we went to one of these hardware places, rhymes with Lowe's, and we got a store. We got a door, and we got a storm door. And they came in, they put a whole new, and we bought a door for the back patio as well. And I had gone to work, and they came in and did the work.
Yeah.
And I came home, and I sat there when I unlocked it, and I opened the door, and I'm like, oh my God, honey, look at this. And I'm like, open, close, open, close.
Just
oh my God,
works.
this is amazing. Look at this. Oh,
look, the door opens.
Look, it's opens and closes, open, close. Look, I'm locking it. I'm unlocking it. Look, we got a deadbolt. Look, I don't have to struggle to get the deadbolt. Look, one key for everything. Look, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. I loved it. I loved that door. I still do to this day. Love that door.
It's the little things in life.
All right, what is Bud saying here?
I like
Bud
Bud
posted a comment. I feel your pain, John. I use my universal remote for my TV cable box tuner, and every once in a while, one of the three will turn off, then turn back on.
Why does it do that?
To get them in sync again. I don't. Ghost in the Machine, man. It's a Police album.
It is. For a while, I thought maybe I had a remote, maybe that was in a drawer and it was pressed up again. So like I went through all the remotes just to see if something, just searching anywhere to try and figure this stuff out, and nothing. And now I got a new receiver, and guess what? Everything just works.
Okay.
Give it a couple weeks though.
And I was going to say, enjoy it while you can. Did you fill out the warranty card and send it back?
Do people still do that?
Or do it online?
I have not yet. Should I do that?
Do that.
Do people
do that,
actually
consumer?
Do that?
Yes, they do. You should.
Okay.
And say yes to all of the notifications that they want to send to you.
Just send me every email possible. And
call
my house and
right. Is it in time for a new blah blah blah? No, it's not. But okay, thanks. No, yeah, no, you should register for the warranty. Absolutely. Just
okay. All right. Always check for firmware updates, by the way, without getting too complicated here.
I don't know what that means.
Look up your receiver online and see if there's a way to update it, like the software in it.
Oh no, mine
they're very outdated by the time you put them.
Mine was before the internet was invented, so it's going to be.
So
It's not gonna have
Well, that solves that problem right
not
there.
gonna happen.
So
Not
all
gonna
the bugs that are in there are staying in there. In
happen.
other words,
Literally,
there will
yes.
be there will be no terminating
There
of the
will be
bugs.
no, not at all.
Okay, good to know.
But I
So,
mean, but it also brings up the question, were you
yes,
brand loyal? Because I was brand loyal to that as well.
yes,
And it is, look, for the longest time, for my almost entire adult life, I only wore Levi's jeans. And
mm,
then I was yeah, loved them. And then they came up with all the different fits and all that stuff.
mhm.
And of course, my parents, mom, we were on a budget, so it was the Toughskins jeans from
Sears.
Sears.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey, and
and
you
then they
could
weren't.
match
Oh, hold on, they weren't pre-washed either. I mean, it was so deep blue; they were almost black jeans, and they were stiff as a board. And you
right?
put them on the first time, it's like.
I remember those. I had every color imaginable. I had like,
So
you know,
I had to have Levi's jeans. And then when I bought my own jeans, and then I had all the the different fits at one time or another. And I didn't necessarily have skinny jeans, but I had the ones that fit on the hip and the like 505s or whatever. And then
and then
and then I ran across at Kohl's their jeans, which I forget what they were called originally, but and they were half the price, same fit. And I'm
uh-oh,
like,
you went with the off brand,
and I was like, "Hmm,
the house brand. Uh-oh.
hmm, these are pretty good."
Pretty,
And I
pretty
wore them, and
good.
I have them now. So that's what I have. And but see, it's one of those, and I was also, and I still am. I'm a Coca-Cola fan. I had
Mm,
I could drink a Pepsi,
mm.
but I won't. I
I go back
could,
and forth. I'm a
but I won't.
weird guy as far as that goes. So, like I like,
Really?
yeah, because I was digging the Coke Zero for years, and then Pepsi came out with the Pepsi Zero or the Pepsi Max originally, and then it's Pepsi
Okay.
Zero. But I have a Coke machine in my house, so it feels weird to put Pepsi into the
You
Coke
better
machine.
not. You aren't, are
Oh,
you?
I totally did.
Oh
Oh
no.
yeah, and there's a hole that
Sacrilege.
opened up in the universe right above
Yes,
my
exactly. I
right
would hope
above
so.
my machine. I'm going with Sonya. Sonya says Pepsi only. So, but it's
Oh,
weird. I do like the.
negatory. I'm Coca-Cola all the way.
I don't know.
And Dasani
I'm
Warner,
Big Top Cola.
even though it's full of a big. You know, Safeway for a while
Yeah.
had, well, my parents would buy Cragmont because they weren't buying well, again, we were on a budget. And Scotch Pie. Remember Scotch Pie? Do you remember
Yeah.
that? It
Yeah. I
ain't
do.
fancy, but it sure is good. Dad loved that commercial. He would say it all the time. Anyway,
Yeah.
but then I forget what it was called, but Safeway for a while had a brand of cola which was pretty close. I mean, it was very, very close to Coca-Cola. And we started buying that quite a bit.
Did you?
Now we don't really have it in the house. I don't even drink that much soda in the house. I had a soda the other day. A soda, by the way. That's where I live
A
on the East
pop?
Coast. We call it a soda, not a pop.
Okay. Not a pop.
And we would, because the pot doesn't pop on a can.
Don't go
And
there. You're going to start a firestorm like the pumpkin spice again.
no, I'm not.
Yes,
No,
you
I'm
are.
not.
People are very
Look,
passionate about the
they're
pop.
already talking about Coke over Pepsi. I've already started the fire. I'm just fanning the flames. Hear me fanning the flames? Pepsi, you opened the portal.
I
John.
opened the
Exactly. That was another posting.
of
In
my
the
Coke
comment.
machine.
But the we did that for a while, and then they had something called Dr.
Oh,
Skipper.
bud.
Gee, I wonder what that was supposed to taste like.
Dr. Skipper.
Dr. Skipper. You know, and their lemon lime was very, very close.
Yeah.
Very, very close. I think it was Spritz or something. I forget what it was. But and then all of a sudden I couldn't find them anymore. And it seems like, and the greatest wife ever brought this up too, a lot of the store brands disappeared during the pandemic. And some of the ones that we couldn't find, like, you used to, when you go buy Triscuits, right next to them was the Safeway woven wheat, which was
Woven
the
wheat.
woven wheat cracker.
No.
Yeah, well, they're not there anymore.
Woven
You
wheat.
have to buy Triscuit. I guess they just stopped. I don't know what the phenomenon
It's a
is.
conspiracy.
But I go off that was a tangent. All
Yeah.
right.
All right. By the way, Bud says soda pop.
Soda pop.
So he's
all right, fine.
the fence.
No, I did have a soda the other day because it was we were getting ready for the Heritage Festival, and I went to there was a Coke machine, and it was filled with Coca-Cola products, John, and so it was. I asked Grace wife ever she had any money, and we found quarters in the and I got one, and it was a can, and man, when you don't have it for a while,
it's true.
Oh, nectar of the gods. I love it so much, but it is liquid candy. That's all it is. It's just liquid candy.
The soda. Yeah. It's like having a McDonald's soda because, they actually put more syrup in their sodas than
theirs is fizzier. I always thought. I like
McDonald's. They have the bigger straw that allows you to.
You know why?
There is a reason, and I can't remember.
There's a question of the day for you.
Okay.
Why the straw is bigger for McDonald's? Because it's for the shakes. So you just one straw. Yep.
Okay.
That's why they oversized.
I thought it also allowed more carbonation to come through the straw, so that the Cokes had a.
You know what? Beauty is the eye of the beholder, John. If that's what you want to think, go ahead.
Oh boy.
It does seem like it though. I agree.
Here we go. It's just it can be your show now.
What did I do?
I'm just kidding.
I didn't do anything. All right, you know what? Let's get ready. Here we go.
Okay. Are we ready?
Okay? All right.
Hold on.
To get the gray matter working, fire off the. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. It's time to get the gray matter working, fire off the synapses, engage the frontal lobe, form new neural networks, utilize the cerebrum. As Pooh/John says, it's time to
think.
Yes. Ding. It's a dun-dun-dun. Question of the day, the QOD. Here it is. Look, it's already scrolling on the bottom of your screen if you're watching us on YouTube or on Facebook. Here it is.
Yeah.
Today's question of the day. Invented by George Renninger in 1888, the flavor is honey, sugar, butter, and vanilla. Later, it was made by the company that would be Jelly Belly. What is it? Invented by George Renninger in 1888, the flavor is honey, sugar, butter, and vanilla. Later, it was made by the company that would be Jelly Belly. What is it? Put your answers down. Good luck.
Good luck.
No? Any guesses?
No, I'm reading it. Yeah. Ron doesn't give me the answers. So
no, I don't.
No,
I do not. I do that on purpose.
Think. All right.
Here it is. The question of the day one more time.
Yes.
Invented by George Renninger in 1888. The flavor is honey, sugar, butter, and vanilla. Later, it was made by the company that would be Jelly Belly. What is it? First answer coming through is Jim says caramel, or is it caramel? That is not the answer we were going for, Jim. Sorry.
Oh boy. Ooh. Okay. Napua just said.
Napua said jelly bean. Again, not the answer we were going for. That is incorrect.
Sorry. Jennifer Skinov says.
Jennifer Skinov. No, it's not caramel or caramel. It is not.
Another Jennifer checking in.
Coffee. That's a good answer, but that is not it. Oh, this is a little bit.
Oh boy, we're having problems now. Have you stumped them?
I may have. I may have. Well, I did go down the primrose path. So let me give you a.
Sugar,
you want a super duper give it away clue?
Vanilla. I don't know. I was thinking.
All right, so you want a super duper give it away clue?
It is caramel.
Here we go.
Wait, hold on. Wait, we got Bud with the late answer.
Got another one? Boom! There it is.
Boom,
Bud's got
baby.
it. Candy corn. It is
Bud.
candy corn. I was going to give you
Bud.
the super duper give it away clue, which is it was originally called chicken feed. Chicken
Bud.
feed.
Very good.
Yeah, the Jelly Belly kind of took us down the primrose path. That was a left turn, but yeah, Jelly Belly made candy corn.
Jim is
Exactly.
second late with the answer.
There you go. That's all right. Congratulations, Bud. You get pride, not prize. Carry that around with you all day today. All right, John, you thought the Coke and Pepsi thing was polarizing.
Yeah.
The candy corn question is very the people are very, very passionate
about
yay or nay on candy corn. Yeah.
I love it.
You love candy corn?
I'm in on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pure sugar, but
yeah. Oh, well, it's honey, butter, sugar, and vanilla. And Jennifer said I just came for the pumpkin spice. Okay, I get that. That's funny. Napo says no to the candy corn. See, there you go. And
all right.
thus,
people are going to start arguing on the timeline, and
it begins. Well, I was out grocery shopping, and I was picking up something. I forget what it was, maybe cat food or whatever. And I'm walking by the Halloween display, and oh no, I was at CVS. That's what I was at the drugstore. I had to go pick up medicine. And I'm walking by the Halloween aisle, and I'm like, oh, yes. So I'm like, forget it. Because I know the greatest wave ever won't buy it because he doesn't want it in the house prior to Halloween, prior to trick-or-treaters, because we'll just eat it. Right? Right. So we don't have it in the house. Well, not if I'm involved. So I got a big bag of her favorite, which is Reese's peanut butter cups, but they were in Halloween shapes. So there was a bat and there was something else, blue, which she wasn't a big fan of because the ratio of peanut butter to chocolate is off. It's more.
I would imagine it's less peanut butter, right?
No, it's more peanut butter and less chocolate. Yeah, you get a little more chocolate in the actual cup. So the ratio was off. She'll eat it. Don't get me wrong. But it's not as good as a peanut butter cup. And I'm inclined to agree with her. And then I got Kit Kats, special Halloween Kit Kats, which were white chocolate. No, not the same thing.
I actually tried those about a year ago. Yeah, they were not good.
Not the same thing. And the you got to have either milk chocolate or if you do the dark chocolate. The dark chocolate.
I'm not a fan of that either, by the way.
Of the Kit Kats? Really?
Not
or you don't like dark chocolate?
I'm not a dark chocolate guy.
Oh, I prefer dark chocolate.
I'll eat it if I have to.
I prefer it over any other kind of chocolate.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
So do you buy the special bars that are like the 90x% or, have you ever seen those? Like
I have had those
ones with the dark chocolate.
Santa may have left one in my stocking one year or a couple of years. The giant.
Oh, those things.
Oh, special dark. Oh yeah. The giant bar. And it's in my stocking. And then that goes straight into the refrigerator.
Look who made an appearance.
Look, it's the greatest wave ever. The pumpkin spice Kit Kat. Yeah. Is that what I bought? Was it the white chocolate? Were they pumpkin spice? Or maybe I just didn't get I may have gotten the pumpkin spice accidentally.
Okay. So Jennifer knows what
there you go. 72% Ghirardelli is the best. Okay.
Oh, and your wife says no.
Oh, I didn't get those. Oh, she likes the pumpkin spice. Yeah, they are good. I'll give you that.
Okay.
And then I got my favorite, which is Snickers. And they're the fun size, not the little niblets.
There is nothing fun size about some comedian. I'm stealing his bit, but there's nothing fun sized about the small things. They're not fun. There's nothing fun there. Give me the full size thing.
Well,
come on. Remember the house around the block that used to give out the full size candy bars?
Oh,
you want to go down in history as one of the greatest houses ever. Do that one year.
We had, I was going to mention this like last week and because we were talking about the neighborhood and my neighborhood, and we had high density trick-or-treating
Yeah.
because we are townhouses. So you don't have to walk that far. It's like
HD trick or treating.
you walk down, huh? What did you say?
HD trick or treating.
It is.
Yeah.
You walk down my sidewalk, and then you walk 15 feet, and you walk up the neighbor's sidewalk, and it's trick or treat, ding dong, and so it was,
That's the way to go.
61, 70 some houses. Yeah, people would drive to our neighborhood, but now we've kind of aged out. All our girls are grown up and gone, and so I mean, I'll sit out front and see. And then a lot of neighbors that used to do it don't do it anymore. Some neighbors have moved away, and I don't know. And we have some young families that are in, but it's not the starter family neighborhood anymore. No. And yeah, so it's
can I bring up a little scary Halloween story that had to do with trick or treating when we were young?
Just yeah, go.
I'm gonna go off.
I want to bring it back to the candy, but go ahead.
Okay, no, but you were talking about the high density neighborhoods and such, and we lived in a pretty good housing development and went from house to house and things like that. And in the back there was an apartment complex, but this reminded me there was this one house that we all went up to at some point, and the lights were on and stuff like that, and we noticed the window to the right of the steps had a bullet hole in it.
Oh,
after we had rang the door.
Oh,
and we were like, something has happened here. Something happened. This is scary. We better run. So we ran, then found out a week later. Yeah, there was somebody had shot out the window or whatever, and they just weren't home.
Okay.
So, but as kids, what I'm saying, no, nobody died. I would not bring the story up. But as kids, we were scared crapless. We walked up there, and then we rang the door, and then looked over, and it was like, oh, there's something scary here around.
Yeah.
So
I had the best neighborhood growing up as for trick-or-treating, because it was just, and you went through the entire, and there was some serious walking. These were all, acre lots or half-acre lots with that. It was typical suburban neighborhood in Holly Ridge in Richmond or Mechanicsville, Virginia. Just off of Atlee Road. And
holla.
Oh God, I loved it so much. But all right, getting back to the candy. So my favorite's now Snickers. It used to be Three Musketeers. All right, but not.
That's not a good question. What is your favorite candy?
Well,
everyone.
There you go. That's what I was going to. That's what I'm throwing out at you.
Did I just blow your segment?
Well, you look at your.
Oh yeah, there it is on the show notes. How about
favorite candy? Question mark. What is your favorite candy, John?
Caramello bar.
Oh, does anybody ever hand that out at Halloween?
I don't. I think they do have fun sizes of that.
Oh, okay.
Or the Ghirardelli with the caramel in it, the little squares.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah, those are nice. Caramel, especially.
Those are nice with a cup of coffee or a glass of red wine. Later on.
Just saying.
I'll never forget.
The trick-or-treaters have left. Yeah.
I'll never forget, because we would, Grace, my favorite, and I, we would buy our favorites. Ooh, what's this? Bud says
the Gates's caramel creams. Oh, those are the best.
Are they good? Is it good?
Oh my gosh, Bud. Yeah. I'm changing my answer. Never mind. I'm gonna go with that.
No, you can't go with that. That's
yes, I can.
That's Bud's.
That's permitted.
No, you let him have it.
We make the rules.
and I
don't even have to have a reason.
No, you don't. That's true. And oh my God, wait, hang on. Coffee Crisp. Sonia said Coffee Crisp. I don't know if I know that.
I don't know that one.
All right, Jim's. Here you go. The classics: the Butterfinger, Almond Joy, and Reese. See, I'm more of a Mounds guy, because the Mounds is dark.
Mounds have nuts.
No.
Almond Joys have nuts. Mounds don't.
In the name,
because
sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes Sandy said score. All right.
Wait,
hang on. Are you guys trying to name obscure candy that I have
what is
no
PB
idea
Max?
what this is?
I don't even know what that.
PB Max, it's peanut butter to the max.
But that's a candy bar?
I believe so, isn't it?
Never heard of it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Oh, there you go. $100,000 bar. That's basically a chocolate bar with Rice Krispies in it.
Yep.
As I recall. Reese's peanut butter cup. See, there we go. Now we got the Celeste says that.
We're getting
Peanut butter
there.
cup almond joy. Okay,
Really?
now we've got some of the regulars that
The
are coming.
classics.
Yeah, but I I used to be Three Musketeers bar, but now I've switched over to Snickers, and yeah, and I
Why?
occasionally, I don't know why. I mean, I would get so I would get a Three Musketeers bar, and if you got the fun size, and I would try to, with my teeth, crack the ends first and peel that piece of chocolate off and just eat that on both ends, and then try to peel off the sides, and then you had the top and the bottom, so you just had the filling, which is hang on.
Oh my gosh,
We have a novel that has been texted to us, but I'll get that in a second. So then I would just have the marshmallow, the nougat inside, I guess is what you would call it, right? Which I found out later is marshmallow. It was chocolate flavored marshmallow, which I never really thought about.
Is it? Is it really? That's what it is?
Yeah, basically for the Three Musketeers, basically a marshmallow.
I just learned something today.
It's got the consistency, I think, of a marshmallow. I could be completely wrong, and somebody, I'm sure, will correct me if I am, and I wish they would, please. And I got to keep me on the straight and narrow.
Absolutely.
I don't want to throw out any disinformation here.
No, we're not that kind of podcast.
No, I don't know. Nobody knows what kind of podcast. All right, pop that message up there again.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Sonia said, "Coffee Crisp is a chocolate bar made."
Sonia?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, she helps send us another message.
Yeah, I know.
Is a chocolate bar made in Canada. It consists of alternating layers of vanilla wafer and foamed coffee flavored soft candy covered with a milk chocolate outer layer. Originally launched by a British company, Roundtrees, it's currently owned and commercialized by Nestle. Coffee Crisp product type chocolate bar owner Nestle.
But I didn't notice.
In 1938, 85 years ago.
Got the
website Nestle.ca. Coffee Crisp. Okay, thank you, Sonia. I got to try it now. I want to try it. I thought something's really interesting though, is because in some countries the Kit Kat is, in our country, Kit Kat is owned by Hershey. In other countries, it's run by Nestle,
which is interesting.
Yeah. And then here's another question, and this is the whole Mandela effect. Is it Berenstein or Berenstain Bears? Is it Kit Kat with a hyphen or no? Or is it one word?
It's one word.
Kit Kat is one word?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm going with that.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
I don't know either.
Or does it have a hyphen?
No, I don't think there's a hyphen. I think it's Kit Kat. But it's the camel caps. So it's got the two Ks that are big and then Kit Kat. Right. Maybe.
And no, because all the letters are the same size, and I believe they're all on. It's all caps. Now John's got to look it up. Yeah. Jim says Smarties not, and I'm in agreement with you, dude. Yeah, Smarties. I'll just pass on the Smarties.
It's Kit Kat, and exactly as I described it, with the camel caps.
Okay. Oh, all right.
And there's no hyphen.
Okay, and there's no hyphen. And is it one word?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, hold on. This just in. I'm correct.
Oh, by the way, I skipped that. I have noticed when I go back and listen to the podcast or watch it that you throw out a lot of lines that I miss because I keep talking over you.
You know what?
You were like King of the Jennifers last week, I think it was.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So can I tell you what we call that on my own podcast, on the Intercot Insider podcast? Wait, hold on. That was a plug, folks. Subscribe, intercot.com, Intercot Insider Podcast. Anyway, we call that managing the delicate flow. So you are so busy managing the delicate flow of the show that jokes kind of go right past you because you're thinking about the next thing that we have to get to or the next thing you're going to say. Happens all the time when I go back and listen to it. The folks who are on the podcast with me make all these cracks, and I will be laughing listening to the replay about all the stuff that I missed. So
I missed it last week.
I was King of the Jennifers.
Go back to the other the one before this and said, who are Smarties even for? Exactly.
Right.
exactly. They could probably stop making Smarties, Jennifer, and I think the world would still spin, and
Yeah.
everything would be fine. So I'm not just not a big Smarties fan, and I would get them in my, Did you sit down and trade with your brother at the end of trick or treating?
Oh yeah. We did that.
Did
Of
you?
course. Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't. My, my older brother, he was stingy. He just wanted to keep all his own shit stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it
Oh
again.
no.
I did it again.
There
I
goes our family
apologize.
friendly rating.
I know.
It's all
I
good.
cussed last week. I
Oh, your
apologize.
your wife would like to have a word with you.
You know what? More for her. Then she can have all of my Smarties and more. That's
Okay.
fine. All right. Okay. I have another one I'm going to throw out there. Necco wafers.
No. No.
What are those?
Who you're eating chalk? Why?
You could draw on a
I mean,
chalkboard.
you could actually
If
draw on the
you ran out
sidewalk
of
if you
chalk,
wanted.
you could pull
Yes.
out a Necco wafer and write a math equation on the chalkboard
And
and wouldn't miss a beat.
worse yet, the licorice ones.
Oh, no. No. Now I'll eat a red vine or a what's the other brand that everybody, the Twizzlers. I'll eat
Twizzlers.
those.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
But-
fine.
yeah.
But no on the black licorice or anything.
Bud says Necco wafers are older versions of Smarties. Like that they've just changed.
That's
They've
right.
metamorphized.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Yuck.
Smarties are the Necco trainers for children. And then when
Oh,
you get older, then you have to eat the
I
Necco
got you.
wafer.
Yeah, and Sandy defends the licorice being good, but the Neckos are not. So
Yeah.
okay.
And my dad liked this candy. It was called Mary Jane's. Have you ever had those Mary Jane candies? It was like a peanut butter ish, almost like
Yeah.
almost like a taffy. It's
It's a little bit crunchy, wasn't it?
no,
No?
and yours was old.
Oh.
It's no.
Okay.
I mean, it had the consistency of taffy, but it would pull your fillings out. You could munch down on it, and I'm like,
Yikes.
I can't separate my teeth. That and remember sugar daddies? Did you ever eat the sugar daddies? Not sugar babies. The sugar daddy, that was on a little popsicle stick. Yeah, and then you clamp down on it, and again would pull your your fillings out.
That's not good. I would like to go with what Zach said, because as a kid, there was no greater candy than the candy cigarettes. They were the best chalk candy made ever.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Remember they had like the little red at the end, like it was lit.
Right, like it was lit. That's right.
And as a kid, it would like, and they'd come into like a little pack. Way to go, cigarette lobby.
And of course, my dad.
And
my dad was a cigarette smoker, and then later I smoked cigarettes. But
yes,
you had to eat it like you were smoking. I mean, you had to inhale. I mean, it was like and then exhale with your little candy cigarette, and the bubblegum candy cigarettes. Remember those that had the paper wrapper on them, and then you blew the sugar out. It's like, oh look, it's real smoke! Yay!
That was cool.
Yeah,
that was really cool. So,
all right, see, Jennifer's getting into the gum. She mentioned Big League Chew.
Yes.
Now, if you don't know, Big League Chew was in a pouch supposed to look like chewing tobacco. Right. Yeah. But again, the tobacco industry. And it was shredded bubble gum that you would take, you pull it out like you were going to chew it like chewing tobacco. And
pinch between your cheek and gums.
I would eat at softball, not softball, at baseball.
Yeah.
Little League, they had the Big Buddy. Big Buddy was, take a little piece of bazooka gum that's like that big, like a little brick. It was almost a foot long.
All right.
The trick was to put the whole thing, chew on the whole thing. Foot long of bubble gum. Bubbles. I used to blow bubbles. Yeah. Grape was my favorite. That was great. Now, I had to bring up something else because we got on the candy cigarettes thing. And I used to do this. Mom would watch soap operas, okay? During the day. And, in the summer, she's home. She was a teacher, so she's home during the day.
Yeah.
And she had soap operas on. It was All My Children, I think, was one of her shows. And they always had a drink cart with a bucket already full of ice, and they had decanters of brown liquors of some sort, and they would pour a drink.
Mhm.
I thought that's how you were supposed to drink a drink, because I would sit there with my little glass of water or Coca-Cola if we had it, and I would just
Mhm.
do the
That's good.
like I was having some fine whiskey. So I'm 5 years old.
Oh
That's
my
how I drink
gosh.
my water.
That's good.
And then I
Good.
would come. Well, then finally, the
Yeah.
noise was annoying to mom. She's like, "Can you please stop doing that?" She just kept on making that
Hey, hold
every
on. Let
time
me.
I would drink. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Right.
Good.
Joanne said she loved Pop Rocks and Zots. Bud says Zots. I remember Zots. Zots
Well,
were good. Remember the Zots?
how about dots? The little things that were on the paper, and you'd get like a piece of paper when you.
Oh, you always, yeah. Half of it was the paper. Yeah. No, the
Right.
Zots. Did you ever have Zots? So it
No.
was
What are dots?
okay. Zots was a hard sour candy,
Okay.
but inside was a foaming whatever. So you bit it, and then all of a sudden you got a
Oh
little,
yeah, and you were foaming like a
yeah,
dog
you got right. You got
that
a
had
little
rabies or
carbonation.
something. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I remember that.
a little
Yes.
Alka-Seltzer action inside the candy,
Oh my gosh.
which was fantastic.
Just all these names are coming up from
I
our
know, I
youth.
loved it.
I know.
Sandy says hot tamales and red hots. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the hot cinnamon candies. I didn't eat those.
Oh, I know. I dig those. The
Did you
the,
really?
the atomic fireballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little put it
Yeah,
in.
no.
Yeah.
Nah, pass. Or the jawbreakers. You ever get a jawbreaker?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Atomic
So
warheads.
what
Jennifer brought up warheads.
what is
So
that?
they're sour balls, basically.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but like incredibly sour balls. And so my daughter, the elder, had a friend who burned his tongue. He got a chemical burn on his tongue from eating too many of the sour balls. I mean, it was red and irritated, and because he ate the really super sour ones. You never heard of that?
Really? No.
Yeah. Well,
No.
citric acid is an acid.
Mm,
So
I
it
mean,
was
yeah, but
well,
he must have been
you
eating a
put
lot.
too much of that.
Yeah.
There was too much citric acid or sorbic acid. I forget which one it was. And if you eat one after the other and in an entire bag, there you go. Jennifer says, great memories destroying my mouth with blow pops and caramel apple suckers.
Hey, and Sandy actually has heard of another person that happened. Are you sure this isn't just a Mikey and that had
No, dude.
pop
No, we don't
rocks,
have.
and then drank soda and his stomach exploded?
No, it's a real thing.
Is it?
I saw the kid.
You
I looked
sure?
at the kid. I witnessed
Okay.
it with my own eyes. I
Okay.
can't
So
remember
this
his
isn't.
name,
I
but it
heard
was
from a friend who heard from a
a
friend
friend
who
from a
said
friend
that.
from a friend. Yeah, the Mikey, the Pop Rocks, and the Coke.
Yeah.
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 No, it's not a urban legend.
She says it too. No, I saw it. Huh.
All right, so
It was a thing.
programming notes. We're gonna wrap things up and let it go.
Okay.
Programming notes.
Don't make
Okay,
me
there
sing the
will
song.
be no show next week with John. If I may go Facebook Live,
Okay.
which means it won't be on any of the other it won't be on YouTube or anything
It's
else
the
like
beginning of the end, folks. He's going solo.
that. That is not the
Going
case at
solo.
all.
That's it. The band
That
is
is not
breaking
the
up.
case at all. We'll see. I
Yeah.
don't know if I could get my stuff together.
This whole cruise thing is just a farce. He's just bringing it up so that he can go solo. That's
Shut
that's
up.
where we're going.
No, John's going on a cruise with his greatest wife ever, and they're going to be
And my company.
and your company. Oh,
Yeah, this is the IEEE 50th anniversary cruise. So
nice.
I will be
All right.
working.
Okay. Boo.
Nah, it's not too bad. It's lots
Where's
of
the
fun.
Where's the cruise from and to and so
It's
on?
just, yeah, if anybody wants to go, there are still tickets available.
Okay.
We sail out of Port Canaveral on the 16th through the 20th and go to Nassau and Perfect Day Coco Cay on Royal Caribbean. So
Okay.
it'll be fun. Fun
Nice.
times. And
Okay.
You can be on the same ship as us and say hello to me and other folks from IEEE. It's okay.
Nice. That'll be great.
Yeah.
So thus we won't have the show next week. I might be here, but I'm gonna say probably not. And then I might throw up a message on.
It's okay. You can do it without me. It's fine, Ron.
No, I'm not doing anything without
No,
you.
it's perfectly fine. It's just great. Go ahead.
Does everybody calm down?
Calm down.
And then the week after, what else is going? What's the week after that?
The week after, I actually hired somebody new at my job. So that is like their second day of being there. So we're going to move it to, I think, Thursday of that week, the 26th.
Yeah, I'm going to move to Thursday.
So
and then
it's like our summer vacation, late summer after school goes back. And now, as adults, we're going for I don't know.
And then Halloween is on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
The 31st.
Rock and roll.
Is on a Tuesday when we usually have. So John and I are still piecing together our we'll have a Zoom room full of you guys, full of our friends, and we'll wear costumes and we're gonna have a great time. Oh, also we're gonna have and I'm just telling John this, a pumpkin carving, not so much a contest, but whatever your jack-o'-lantern, take a picture of it and post it up on my page, and then we all vote on them and see who has like the coolest. We can do the scariest, the funniest, any of those. And I'll post all of this up on the Facebook page and on our Instagram, and then you can start posting your jack-o'-lanterns, and then we can vote on it, and it'll all be for pride, not prize, and just for bragging rights, and we'll have some fun with it. So that'll be fun. So we'll do that in a couple of weeks, not next week, week after.
Yeah. So everybody got that. Next week, no show unless Ron goes Facebook Live. Following week, we're going to be on Thursday. Yes. And then quick turnaround to Tuesday, which is Halloween, where we're going to try and figure out how to get you all on screen, but it may involve doing a regular show and then a after the show on Zoom. So we'll figure it out. We'll let you know.
Right. Yeah. Because if we do a Zoom, I don't know. And I said do. Then we might have to re-record it ahead of time and then air it during I don't know. We're working out all the logistics. Clearly, we're not as smart as we like to think that we are. No. But we will get it done in some fashion. So get your costumes together if you would like to play along, because again, we will do the same thing. We will have costumes and pictures of costumes, and we will take and we'll vote on them. So and again for Pride Night, but it'll be for you know what? I didn't do it yet. For Spooky Pride, not Pride. Ooh. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that I have the sound effects here on my control board. All right, John, do you have yours? He was looking for it.
Wait, I know I was.
Oh, there it is. Okay, let's just.
No, please. Yeah, we don't get to play with the toys much here on the show. So
I'm my own biggest fan, clearly. All right, listen. Have a great week. I might see you next week. I know I'm going to post we'll do a Friday song on Friday. Okay. Have a great week, Johnny. I'll be talking to you about your cruise. And everything.
I hope to have a lot to talk about. Yes.
Nice. Okay. Beautiful. All right, guys. Listen, please take care of yourselves and each other. Please be safe. Ron Ross, John Yaglenski. Love you, mean it. Bicycle.